Now, from Judges chapter 12, where we were reading. And the men of Ephraim gathered themselves together and went northward and said unto Jephthah, wherefore passed thou over the fight against the children of Ammon, and did not call us to join with thee, and we will burn thee. And Jephthah said unto them, I and my people were at great strife with the children of Ammon, and when I called you, ye deliver me not out of the hand. And when I saw that ye deliver me not, I put my life in my hand and passed over against the children of Ammon, and the Lord delivered them into my hand. Wherefore, when are ye come up unto this day to fight against me? And Jephthah gathered together in the men of Gilead and fought with Ephraim, and the men of Gilead smote Ephraim, because they said, Ye Gileadans are refugees, are fugitives of Ephraim among the Ephraimites and among the Manassites, and the Gileadites took the passage of Jordan before the Ephraimites. And it's also so that when those Ephraimites and such were escaped, said, Let me go over. And the men of Gilead said unto him, Art thou an Ephraimite? If he said, and she said, Nay, then said unto him, Say not Shibboleth, and the Shibboleth, and he could not frame to pronounce it right. Then they took him and slew him on the passage of Jordan, and there fell at that time the Ephraimites 40,002. And Jephthah judged Israel 6 years, then died Jephthah the Gileadite, and was buried in one of the city of Gilead. And after him Ibzan of Bethlehem judged Israel, and had 30 sons and 30 daughters, who he sent abroad, and took in 30 daughters from abroad for his sons, and he judged the Israel 7 years. Then died Ibsah, and there was little at Bethlehem, and said him Elon and Zebulonites judged Israel, and the judge Israel 10 years. And Elon the Zebulonite died and was buried in Ajalon and in the country of Zebulun. And after him Adonai the son of Eli and Parachute judged Israel, and had 40 sons and 30 nephews that rode on three scores and then as coats. And the judge Israel 8 years, and abandoned the son of Eliah, and the Phinaroth died and was buried Phinatom in the land of Ephraim in the month of Amalekites. Judges 13. And the children of Israel did evil against the sight of the Lord, and delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years. And there was a certain man of Zorah of the family of the Daniels, who was with Manoah, and his wife was barren and bare not. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto the woman and said unto her, Behold, now thou art barren and bearest not, and thou shalt conceive and bear a son. Now, therefore, beware, I pray thee, that drink not wine nor strong drink, and eat not any unclean thing. And lo, that thou shalt conceive, and bear a son, and no razor shall come on the head, and of the child shall be Nazarite unto the God from the womb. And he shall gather and begin to deliver the Israel out of the hand of the Philistine. Then the woman came and told her husband, saying, A man of God came out to me, and his countenance was like the countenance of an anger of God, and very terrible. Was I asked him not where he was, neither nor he let me name. But he said unto me, Behold, shall conceive and bear a son, and now drink no wine nor strong drink, neither eat, and on any unclean thing, for the child shall be a Nazarite to God for the womb to the day of his death. And Manoah into entreated the Lord and said, O my Lord, let the man of God which thou didst send come again unto us and teach us what we shall do unto the child that shall be born. And God hearkened unto the voice of Manoah, and the angel of the Lord came again unto the woman, and she sat in the field. But Manoah, her husband, was not with her. And the woman made haste and ran and showed her husband, and said unto him, Behold, the man hath appeared unto me, and came unto me the other day. And Manoah arose and went after his wife, and came to the man, and said unto him, How art thou the man that speaketh unto the woman? And he said, I am. And Manoah said, Now let thy words come to pass. How shall we order the child, and how shall we do unto him? And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Of all that I said unto thee, the woman let beware, she may not eat of anything that cometh of the vine, neither let her drink wine or strong drink, or not eat thy unclean thing. All that are commanded let her observe. And the man said unto the angel of the Lord, I pray thee, let us detain thee until we shall have made ready a kid for thee. And the angel of the Lord said unto Manoah, Though Though thou detain me, I will not eat of the bread. And if thou wilt offer a burnt offering, thou must offer it unto the Lord. For Manoah knew not that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto the angel of the Lord, What is thy name? That when we this and when thy sayings come to pass, we may do thee honor. And the angel of the Lord said unto him, Why art thou that after my name, seeing this is secret? And Manoah said, took a kid with a meat offering and offered upon the rock. But the Lord under the rock and over and upon a rock unto the Lord. And the angel did wondrously, and Manoah and his wife looked on. And for it came to pass, when the flame went up towards heaven and from off the altar, that the angel of the Lord ascended, and the flame came altar, and the Manoah and his wife looked on to it. They fell on their faces to the ground. And the angel of the Lord did no more appear to Manoah and to his wife. And Manoah knew that he was an angel of the Lord. And Manoah said unto his wife, He shall surely die, because we have seen God. And Manoah said unto his wife, We shall surely die, because we have seen God. But his wife said unto him, If the Lord were pleased to kill us, he would not have received a burnt offering and a meat offering at our hand, neither would he have showed us all these things, and nor would at times have told us such things as this. The woman bare a son and called his name Samson, and the child grew, and the Lord blessed him, and the Spirit of the Lord began to move him at times in the camp of Dan between Zorah and Estor. Judges 14. And Samuel went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife. And his father said, and the father then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of the brethren, nor among all my people, that thou goest to take a wife of the uncircumcised Philistine? Something and something said unto her father, get her for me, and she pleased me well. But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord, and he sought the occasion against the Philistine, for at the time the Philistine had dominion over Israel. And went Samson down, and his father and his mother, lo, Timnath had come for the vineyard of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against him, and the Spirit of the Lord alone came mighty upon him, and he rent him as he would have rent a kid, and he had nothing in his hand. But he told not his father or his mother what he had done. And he went down and walked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time, he returned to take her, and he turned aside and see the carcass of the lion. And behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion. And he took thereof in the hand, and went on eating, and came to the father and mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of the lion. So his father went down unto the woman, and Samson made there a feast, for so used the young men to do. And it came to pass, when they saw him, and they brought 30 companions to be with him. And Samson said unto them, I will now put 40 a redo unto you, if ye can certainly declare it me within the 7 days of the feast, and will find it on out. Then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 change of garment. But if you cannot declare it me, then shall ye give me 30 sheets and 30 change of garment. And they said unto him, Put forth thy riddle, and that we may hear it. And he said unto them, Out of the eater came forth meat, out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness, and they could not in 3 days expand the riddle. And it came to pass on the 7th day, and they said unto Samson's wife, Entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee and thy husband's house with fire. And are ye called us to take that we have? It is not so. Then Samson's wife wept before him, and said, Thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not, and hast thou put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and hast not told it me. And said unto her, Behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it thee? So she wept before Samuel and the 7 days, while their feast or lasted. And it came to pass on the 7th day that he told her, because she lay sore upon him, and she told the riddle to the children of the people. And the men of the city said unto him on the 7th day, before the sun went down, what is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than a lion? And he said unto them, If ye had not plowed with my ephah, ye had not found out my riddle. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ashkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of garment unto them which expanded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Judges 15. And it came to pass, while after, in the time of wheat harvest, and Samson visited his wife with a kid, and he said, I will go in to my wife and the come chamber, and he, my father, would not suffer him to go. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore, I gave her to the companion, is not our younger sister, fairer than she. Take her, I pray thee, instead of her. And Samson said concerning them, and now shall I be more blameless than the Philistine? Thou hast do them a displeasure. And Samson went and caught 300 foxes, and took firebrands, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between two tails. And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of Philistine, and burnt up both the shocks and also the standing corn, while the vineyard and olives. And the Philistine said, who had done this? And they answered, Samson, the son in law of the Timite, because he has taken his wife and given her to his companion. And the Philistine came up and burnt her and her father with fire. And Samson said unto them, though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you. And after that I, I will cease. And they smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter, and he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam. And the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah, and spread themselves to Lehi. And the men of Judah said, why are you come up against us? And they answered to bind Samson. Are we come up to do to him as he has done to us? Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock Etam, and said to Samson, knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done unto us? And he said unto them, as they did unto me, so have I done unto them. And they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee unto the band of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, not, swear unto me that ye will be fall upon me yourself. And they spake unto him, and saying, no, for the wealth will bind thee fast, and deliver thee into their hand, and for surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him and two nail cords, and brought him up to the rock. And when he came unto the lily, the Philistines shouted against him, and the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and the cord that was upon his arm became as flax that was burnt with fire, and his band loosed from off his hands. And he found a new jawbone of an ass, and put forth his hand, and took it, and slew 1,000 men herewith. And Samson said, with the jawbone of an ass, hips upon hips, and the jaw of an ass, have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, and it came to pass And it came to pass, he had made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called the place Ramatheli. And he was so thirsty, and called on the Lord, and said, that thou hast given the greatness deliverance into the hand of thy servant. And now shall I die for thirst, and fell into the hand of the uncircumcised. But God clave on our place that was in the jaw, and the came water thereunto. And when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he received whereof they called the name of thereof Enkarkov. which is in the lee of to his day. And he judged Israel in the day which the Philistine 20 years. Judges chapter 16. They were Samson of Gaza, saw there an harlot, and went into her, and he was told the Gazites, saying, Samson is come here, and they compassed him in, and lay wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and there and the and there quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. And Samson lay till midnight, and arose at midnight, and took the elder of the gate of the city, and his two posts, and went away with them about and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of the hill that is before Hebron. And it came to pass afterward, and he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. And the Lord of the Philistines came up unto her, and said unto her, entice him, and see wherein his great strength light, and by what means we may prevail against him, that he may prevail against him, that we may bind him unto to afflict him, and we will give the every one of the 1100 pieces of silver. And the Lord said to Samson, tell me, I pray thee, wherein the great strength lieth in therewith thou madest do be down at the feast day. And Samson said unto her, if they bind me and 7 grain with what were never friend, then shall I be weak and be as another man. And the Lord of the Philistine brought up at the 7 grain, and all are not being dried, and she bound him with them, and there are men lying with and abiding with her to the chamber, and she sat unto him. The Philistine be upon thee, Samson, and he break thee with as break of thee. And the Lord said unto Samson, behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound. And he said unto her, if they bind me fast with new ropes, and never were occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. Delilah therefore took the new rope and bound him, and wherewith I said unto him, the Philistine be unto thee, Samson. And there was liars in which abiding in the chamber, and he brake them in from off his arm like a thread. And the Lord said unto Samson, hitherto thou hast mocked me, and thou me tell me lies. Tell me where it which might be bound, and thee that said unto her, if thou weavest the seven head with my web. And she fastened it with the pin, and she said unto him, the Philistine be upon thee, Samson. And he awaked out of his sleep, and went away, and the pin of the beam, and the with the web. And she said unto him, how can thou say, I love thee, when shine heart is not with me, and has mocked me these 3 times, and has not told me wherewith the great strength lie. And it came to pass when the and it came to pass, pressed him daily with a word, and urged him, so that his soul was raised unto death. And there told all that his heart, and said unto her, there hath not come to razor upon my head, for I have heard a Nazarite unto God from my mother's womb. For I be shaven, then the strength will go from me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. And then Delilah said unto he had told her all that the earth she sent, and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, Come up these ones, for he hath showed me his heart. And then the Lord of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in the hand, and she made him sleep, even unto her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off his head locks of the beard, and she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. And he said, The Philistine be upon him, upon the Samson. And he awake out of sleep and said, I will go out as at other times before, and I shall shake myself, and the wit not that the Lord was departed from him. And the Philistine took him and put out his eyes and brought him down of Gaza and brought him with fetters of brass, and he did grind all in the prison house. Howbeit the hair of the head began to grow again, and after he was shaven, and the lot of Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon their God, and to rejoice. And they said, Our God had delivered Samson to our enemy into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God. Of they said, Our God had delivered into our hand our enemy, and destroyed our country, and slew many of us. And it came to pass, when their hearts were merry, and they said, call for Samson, and he may make us sport. And they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport. And they set him between the pillars. And Samson said unto the lad that led him by the hand, Suffer me that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, and I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there, and here and there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women. And behead is Samson made stout. And Samson called unto the Lord, said, O Lord God, remember me, I pray, and strengthen me, I pray, only these ones, O God, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistine from my two eyes. And Samson took hold of the two middle pillars, unto which the sun stood, and on the which it was borne up, and of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, Let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the Lord and upon the people that were there. So the dead which slew at the death were more than they which slew in his life. Then his Akin and all the house of his father came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Estior in the burying place of Manos thy father. Thank you. We're going to go on dinner break, and I will be back.